good morning. Coach Lisa Pickard here to take you through a whiteboard in regards to the colors of healing. So we're going to talk a little bit today, just a brief description of why you need to do it, the benefits of doing it, and how it helps you on your wellness journey. So we have our blue, red, orange, green, and yellow. I didn't write the yellow on here because the yellow is kind of hard to see. I suppose I could have written it in black, but these are your critical colors. And you're going, colors of what? You know, the rainbow? No, these are the healing issues that come naturally to us from God's gift from this planet. Blue is before the sun. So just remember, if you get up and you get the sun, first thing in the morning, that's blue light, and it also has a green light. Then we have the red light, which is before the sun goes down. Along in that same time frame, you have some orange light and some yellow light. And then during the day is when you get the most benefit from the yellow light of the sun. So in the morning when we have green, which is a very small window, we also have some purple, and even purple has benefits. So you could see why getting up before the sun and enjoying it, enjoying the day and the evening, and then going to bed is a circadian rhythm that works amazingly for our bodies. I personally have always been a person who gets up before the sun. Even as a child, my parents would be like, okay, you need to stay in your bed. And I'd be up, right? Like ready to go with the day, not knowing what their life was like. And then they would be like, okay, you can get up, but you have to stay in your room. Like you cannot get busy. And I am a person who gets up and get busy. We're all different. And I know a lot of us struggle with getting up in the morning, but I'm going to give you some tips today that should help you overcome this. Now, a lot of it is we are not who we should be. Now, we're getting towards that, but we're not there. So our ancestral, our primal, going back to the beginning of time, you guys have heard me say maybe a few other times that if we worked the way it was then, you were up before the animals were stirring, right? So they bedded down for the night. You got to get up before the elk so you could hunt, before the bison are moving. They bed down at night the same as you do. So you're a predator, right? And you're a prey. So you would have to get up as a predator and then bed down as a prey. So you're not going to get, attacked through the night. So we want to be able to run our body like that. And how does that work? It is getting up either with the sun or right before the sun. So if you look at here, we've got blue, red, orange, green, and yellow, and purple, which gives us inflammation reduction. It gives us energy like buku's amount, and it also offers grounding. So grounding is tied in our earth and our sun, and it's brought together in such a way that we get energy from the earth and we get energy from the sun. So there is a purpose why this whole universe works perfectly for us to our advantage to keep us healthy naturally and off medications by following a circadian rhythm. But the problem is we do a lot in this world that no longer allows us to do our natural, primitive, let's say, ways of life. Okay, so this is natural healing. I just made it's kind of like a rainbow, but you can see that it's squished together. So if we started on the inside, we have a purplish color that's in the early morning. Whether you can see it or not, even if it's foggy, it's there. So what does purple offer? Purple gives us elasticity to our skin, it takes care of bacteria, and it gives us healing. It is phenomenal the way the purple light, and I hope you're taking notes, the purple light actually comes in a ray, right? And our body absorbs it into the skin cell, into our eyes, and from there it goes into your muscle tissue and it does its job, literally free, like this is given to you. From the bacterial healing, like gut issues, colon issues, skin issues, we move over to we're waking up, now we have a blue light. So what does the blue light do? The blue light gives us alertness, it gives us focus, productivity. So I go, my whole life I've worked since I was about 14 years old. You can walk into any job on this planet and somebody in that office is going to go, man, I'm so tired today. I just feel lethargic. I feel drained. I feel pressured. I feel stressed. If that person was to get outside their house, and if you can't get outside your house, I am going to give you some internal tips. You can't get out to get that Blu-ray. Literally take your hot water and your lemon and go outside, put your feet naturally on the ground or get grounding shoes if you're like me and you don't like your feet on the ground, and allow your body to pull in that electricity. It is powerful in stormy months. It's powerful when we have hurricanes and tornadoes. I'm not saying to go out in the tornado, so don't misunderstand that. But if you ground your feet, just ground your feet before and after, you're picking up all these electrons, especially when it's windy. It's like amazing. So now you're going to enhance your alert, focus, driving. You're not going to be falling asleep. You're going to feel fantastic. But what happens when we stay up late and we miss that morning sun and we were asleep and we've got these darkened windows and we never know what time of day it is? You throw off your circadian rhythm to the point that when you wake up, you're in the bright sun. So you've missed the upping of it, which is actually your cortisol. That's what gets you up. That's what's in survival mode. That's what your protector is. We want some cortisol. It is what our natural defense is. And for all of you who are trying to reduce it, stop panicking over that. It's going to take care of itself if you take care of you. You do the basics and literally the basics happen. So now we move from being alert. Okay, I feel good. I'm awake. I've had my hot water. Hey, what's the day got to offer for me? You've got your daily habit set up. You wrote down what you got to do the night before. You're not confused. You don't have brain fog. You don't have migraines. This helps with all of those issues. You're not having stiffness and soreness. You look at your check boxes. You check them off. Okay, great. Dog's got to be at the groomer. I have to be at work at this time. I'm meeting Sally for lunch. Whatever it is, man, you are fired up and you are living life. You're not sitting there wasting it away, being lethargic, blue, you're down, you're depressed. Why am I talking about this today? Because there is a true circadian rhythm that happens in our body for winter depression, seasonal depression, anxiety, anxiousness, but I'm going to help you guys overcome that, because this is a huge key to your weight loss. Huge. I can't even tell you how big it is. So now you're nice and alert, and we're going to move over to the greenish light, which goes from the blue into the yellow. The most fascinating thing about this to me is every one of these colors blend into each other. So we have the red and the blue, which makes the purple. We got the blue and the green moving together. Then we got the green and the yellow. And then at night we have the red and the orange. It goes yellow, red, orange. It's so magnificent. When they say the sky is God's easel, they are not kidding. But more importantly, God gave us the healing agents that we need. All we got to do is do it. Okay, so we get to the green. Now, a lot of people don't focus on the green, but the green is your mitochondria. It is your epidermis. That's all your skin. It is your feelings of positivity, being able to ground yourself and focus. It gives you fertility. Believe it or not, if you had an infertility problem, you could do green light therapy to increase that. It gives you muscle cell growth hormone. That is something that people take as a supplement, especially anybody who wants to develop lean muscle mass, but it is either a synthetic or has been taken from a placenta, stem cell research or whatever, so you regrow muscle. I'm not against it at all, but it's free with the sun. It's free. God gave it to us. So if you take the time to do this, you're going to benefit more time, because the first thing you're going to say to me is, who has time to go out and get blue light therapy? Who has time to sit in the red? You must make time for you. And then when you do that, you become healthy. Just for a minute, I taught productivity at corporate level back in 1981. That was a long time ago. Sold the first corporate fitness programs ever, right? So now what did the owners want? Why did they want me to come there? Hey, My guy's productivity level is down 15%, 23%. What can you do? Well, I can raise the productivity, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. Fine, we'll buy it. Let's do it. This works. This system works. It's old, tested, true, beginning of time. God created it, not me. I will not take credit for that, but I will tell you what, the program was definitely amazing, and I created it. Okay, so now we've gone over the green, and there's two shades of green. One is hitting your mitochondria, right? So that's your strength, your endurance, your immune system, it's your defense, it's your warrior. That is all amazing. Attached to that is the healing cells. So now you got the green in, you're stimulating your healing cells, and you're no longer suffering from joint pain. You're no longer breaking down in the knees and the hips and the shoulders and the elbows. All these joints start to heal simply by sitting outside for 5 minutes. Literally, you guys, you go to the doctor and wait to talk to the doctor for over 45 minutes to an hour, not including your drive, your drinks, and everything else that you do. 5 minutes. Get out there 5, 10, 15 minutes. It is so beneficial, and your productivity goes up by 25%, maybe even 30% if you're really beneficial to this. Okay, the next one is the yellow. Why do we want the sun? Everybody goes, oh, you sit out in the sun way too long, you're gonna have skin cancer, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I will. Maybe at one point in life, because my mother was a sun worshiper who was beautiful. She had amazing skin. She had cancer, but she never, ever had skin cancer, ever. She had bone. She was a vegan. She didn't eat properly. She had lung. She had breast cancer. She had colon cancer. She had a lot of cancers, but she never had skin cancer. Native American Indian, in the sun. Literally from the time we got up in the morning, we played in the sun. And when we got home from school, we were in the sun. So is there benefits to the sun on our skin? 100%. I am not saying go out there and grease up and burn yourself, which, a little side note, by being a carnivore, it changes the pigment back to your natural state. And you look back in all of history and time, even the Irish didn't burn. It wasn't until we became indoors, we became vegans, that we lost the pigment to the skin, and now we burn, right? And I have both sides. I got Native American Indian and I have Irish. And the Irish side, my sister, very, very fair, burns every single time she's in the sun. But does she eat properly? No. So let's look at the sun and the benefits. Number one, it's gonna boost your D. That is only beneficial if you stay out of the shower for 24 hours. This is a huge lie that everybody goes, oh, you need some vitamin D, go out and lay in the sun. Well, they went to the beach all day. They were out there for 6, 7 hours. They came home. You're sandy. The first thing you're going to do is get into a shower. You're going to wash all that off you. You're washing off your sunscreen or whatever you're using, your oil. You just washed off your vitamin D. You must go out for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, soak up the D. Don't get sweaty. Don't put oils on. Enjoy that D, and then leave it on your body. Just leave it. Go to work, take your lunch break, do whatever you got to do, but you don't need to run to the shower. Allow the natural vitamin D to absorb into your cellular, which we already talked about. The largest cell on your body is your skin. So now you brought in the D. You're going to boost your heart disease. You're going to, reduce your heart disease, reduce your chance of cancer. You're going to reduce weight gain, and you're going to reduce bone loss. Yeah, I think that's a win. What do you guys think? 100%. If you get out there and you boost your level D, you reduce your bone loss, you reduce your risk of heart disease, and I'm going to get thinner. This is kind of like that hoax of if I sleep more, I'll lose weight. Well, guess what? That's true too. Okay, let's jump over to the next one. Depression, seasonal disorder. Fall kicks this off. Spring takes it away. So those winter months, fall months, what are you going to do to keep your attitude right, your mood right, to not overeat, to not have nervousness and anxiety? You have got to sit in front of a window and get that sunlight. You can start early in the morning. If you have snow outside, quite frequently, I lived in a place where we'd have 3-4 feet of snow. Sit in that window. Don't go hide in your bed. Get up, sit in the window, allow your body through the window to bring it in. If it's not that cold and it's just a beautiful day, why not grab some cold therapy with it? Sit with the window open and allow the sun to beat on you. You're still protected from the weather conditions, but at the same time, you're putting a little cold on you as well. That is considered cold therapy. Okay, next one, sleep, insomnia. Okay, mental health. If you do not get the proper amount of sleep, first of all, you're going to suffer from depression. You're going to have anxiety. You're going to ultimately need a medication in order to balance the hormones in your brain. If you get your sunshine, you're going to take care of your insomnia first and foremost. And I really want you to think about this. So we want to get up in the morning because our cortisol is up. At night, we go into red light therapy, which we're going to go over the benefits in a minute. Definitely starts the melatonin production inside your body. So if the weather permits, why not eat that steak outside? Why are you inside on the TV? Why not get out and enjoy your backyard? Enjoy where you live. Oh, well, I live in the city on the 18th floor. You can still enjoy it. Why not light a candle and get out there and put that sun on you if you have access to it? And if you don't, I have a solution for that next. So as you increase your melatonin in the nightfall, you're going to decrease your insomnia. As a matter of fact, I never slept, you guys. Honestly, I would sleep 2 hours a night. Yeah, I got this. I can do it. I got sicker and sicker and sicker. I literally believed that I just was never going to sleep again. I was so inside, in office, in the dark, on such a regular time, not to mention living with snow for 5 months out of the year, that my body, my circadian rhythms were completely off. I knew I needed to move to the southern states. Now I'm in the southern states. I couldn't ask for a better environment. I get up with the sun. It's still cold. I still have snow, but I have access to sunshine and it helps me. Could I have taken care of that problem? Yep, and we're going to visit that back in a minute. Okay, so now before I go into the next part here, let's go back over and cover blue is your photoreceptors of your eyes, and it feeds your brain. This is the blue for energy. And from here, it will help you be able to be stimulated so you can overcome obstacles in your life. So you're going to be a better decision maker. And you do not want any blue at night. Your TV is blue. You've got blue on your phone. You have blue lights in your room. You need to get rid of all those. If you have a, who in the background, you want to turn her screen off, turn off your computers. Do not lay in bed on your phone because the blue light is stimulating your brain. It's sending in the photoreceptors to your eyes that's saying it's time to wake up. So you can kind of see the pattern here. Take the blue away at night and we're going to drop the insomnia. Put a red light therapy on you at night if you miss the sunset because you were working, which, that happens. A lot of us have to work past the sunset hours. It's okay. Get yourself a therapy light. I don't want to go into that yet, but I'm going to come back and visit it. So blue, stimulate. Take it off at night. Red helps you wind down, kicks your melatonin. You want to do this for about 30 minutes prior to going to bed. So if you're going to use a light, red light therapy, 30 minutes, and it has incredible healing. It's going to bring you rest, melatonin, and it's going to help your mitochondria. So it's going to strengthen your body, strengthen your growth cells, and it raises your ATP, and it fuels your body, allows it to go to sleep into the deep hormone replacement therapy, which you no longer would have to take that medication, right? And it heals your liver, which is why it reduces obesity. So if we go to bed and we sleep, yes, we lose weight. We increase our ability to burn body fat and to metabolize what's going on inside of our system when we're supposed to be sleeping. And when we don't sleep, It doesn't happen. It's pretty simple. Remember the green, if you get up in the early morning hours, it will do this. If you can't, I'm going to give you a solution to this. Chronic pain, fibro, migraines, headaches, any kind of ailment that you have, green light gives you the same as a opioid, I think is how you say it. Anyways, medication. It's going to, instead of taking a painkiller, you can do green light therapy and it will promote the same chemical release inside your opioids, however you say it. Anyways, it's going to get rid of that. And from there, your body's pain is going to go away. Your migraines are going to go away. Your headaches are going to go away. But if you're still staying up until midnight and you're not getting up in the morning, you're going to suffer from these side effects. You can fix it. I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. Okay, also, along with this entire program, when you get up in the morning and you follow your circadian rhythms, you actually release nitric oxide into your body. Now, we've talked about taking nitric oxide, which I do take it. It gives you an incredible boost, but you can get it naturally by following the program. Along with that, you have some things that occur during the lighting of the morning to night. So if you spend 6-7 hours outdoors, kudos to you. If you work indoors, you're going to probably have to supplement this. But it gives you these miracle molecules that are inside your cells that promote healing, which is probably why our ancestors lived to be 115, 120 years old. Why? They were not inside of a house. They were not working office jobs. I know you have to keep your job. I understand that, but we're going to supplement it and reverse aging for you. Along with that, you're going to have a better flow of oxygen. You're going to have glucose control, which also is an insulin control, which is a weight control. Again, this all happens underneath this. You're going to decrease your pain and increase your healing. So let's jump back over here for a second. I want to give you a real quick wrap up on how you can help yourself. So do you know that if you have a window, let's say you live in a 1-bedroom apartment and you only have one window. Typically there is a window. Very, very rare is there a structure that has no windows. If you put a mirror on the angle of that window, you can lighten your whole room. So that's going to bring in your sunlight. That's going to help you when it can. It will also bring in red light. It'll bring in green light, yellow light, all the lights, because it'll be right from where the light outside is. It bounces off and comes in. Depending on the paint you have, you may or may not be able to paint, or you've already painted. If you have like a white or a gray, you're going to absolutely get a more vibrant light that's going to help your mindset, help your mental health all day long. If you have a red room, it's going to have a red glow. If you have a green room, it's going to have a green glow. But let's just say you're in an apartment, you can't afford to paint, and you just have white walls. You can actually get, it's almost like a window snap, I forgot what they're called. But anyways, it changes the color as the sunlight comes through there, like a, oh my gosh, a prism. You can get those colors and they can bounce off your walls and feed your body. So this is just a small solution to a huge problem, because without this, you are definitely dying at a faster rate. So we want to slow this down. So mirrors and this little thing that you hang in the window that changes the colors is amazing. You can get rid of your curtains or open them up in the day. And you're like, oh, I have really crappy neighbors. Okay, so what do you want? A sick body or crappy neighbors? Open it up. Or maybe get like a really, really thin sheer that allows the light to still come through. If you have shutters, open them up. If you are living in dark blackout curtains, get those babies open. Let the light in. And on a side note, the more light you let into your house, the less odds you are going to have dust mites and other things that are making you sick, including mold. That's a whole nother topic. But get the light in. Open it up. You need the light. You're like a plant. You know, you need that. So along with that, you could do reflective colors. So let's just say that you have a really pretty red vase, then the light hits the vase is going to bring red to the room. You can change this, maybe go to the dollar store or the Goodwill, pick up 4 or 5 different colors, the things that you can hang that will bring these colors into your house. Okay, this is big. If you are a hermit and you're not very social, and you have a tendency to stay at home, it's okay, but you need to get outside. And all the rest of the people out there, you've got to get outside your four walls, whether it's a brick and mortar where you work or it's at home, whatever it is, you spend too much time in your car. I don't care what the source is. You need to get outside your four walls. And getting outside is the only way to naturally get these things back in. If you're going to do it inside, like let's say you work in a hospital 14 hours a day, you can simply get a red light therapy, blue light therapy mask, or the actual unit. And yes, they do sell them in multiple colors. And I will check and see if I can get you guys a coupon on this. Phenomenal. They have a facial one. There's one that sits next to your bed. Literally get in there, do it for 3 to 5 minutes on each color at the appropriate time of day. Even when you're doing your makeup, you could have red light therapy. You're doing your nighttime routine, you could have red light therapy. You could do blue light in the morning to wake yourself up, or sit in front of your TV or get your phone on. This is the wake up, right? So you're gonna need to time it properly so it affects your body as if you're really outside. The next big thing, exercise is so critical. So can I exercise outside, coach? Absolutely you can. If the weather permits, it's conducive to you, you don't injure yourself, by all means, you could do your exercise outside. There's nothing wrong with that. So let's say that it's cold and it's windy. Should I stay inside? You can still get outside, do a walk. You know, there's nothing wrong with elements of the weather. They actually teach our body a lot. So when it gets cold, we have cold therapy healing. When it's hot, we have hot therapy healing. It is the way we were designed to be. Exercise in front of a window or a mirror. This is huge for the reflection of the light. So you really need to focus on where the lights are in your house. How can you maximize the benefits for you? Because we all live in different domains. We have different parts of the country or the world. So you're going to really focus on how to get the most light on you while you're working out. So let's just say, for an example, you're doing today's workout. You can put a mirror they have a mirror, it's $33. If you need the link, let me know. I just bought one for EJ. It's beautiful. It's like 6 feet tall. Put it there. Here's your light. You're working out and it's shining on you the whole time. Now, what's the benefit of having a mirror? Not in the dark, but in the light, is because you're going to also watch your form. This is so important in this whole entire thing. Feet on the ground. You can work out barefoot. Don't drop your weights on your toes. There's a lot of getting back to nature that we need to focus on in order to heal our body. Okay, you guys, that is your light therapy, and it was a lot to take in. I'll drop those links if you want them. Let me know, and we will go forth from there. Have a fantastic day. See you back soon. Take care, and God bless.